building buy-in, and crave variety, business development could be perfect for you. Business development is about driving growth, mostly by working in an unstructured way to identify new partnerships, categories of customers, and lines of business. Let's say you have a lunch restaurant and a new office building opens nearby. They have hungry workers. You could simply market your current hours and takeout menu, or you could go one step further and have a business development conversation with the building management. Maybe they want a to-go kiosk in the building and are interested in sharing the risks and rewards of this new venture. Business development is about looking for win-wins between two organizations. Once there's clear structure, scope is developed, and terms are defined, projects launched in business development can be handed off to operations, sales, or marketing. But that first part, building a new relationship, identifying the opportunity, and defining the terms of the agreement, that's pure business development. Business development is the process of imagining, creating, and building strategic partnerships with other organizations. A business development person often walks into a meeting unsure of any outcome beyond look for synergies. That's the fun of the role. There's a lot of freedom and a lot of room for creativity. And of course, there's the possibility of a big return on your investment. Be careful though, as business development can be one of the most vague and least well-defined titles in many organizations. Sometimes it's a euphemism for sales that goes over better when meeting with prospects. It can also mean a strategic group developing new lines of business. You might find business development in marketing as a group where new sources of customers are developed, or it can be part of the group that manages third-party alliances. Generally, though, it's somewhere between the product, strategy, and marketing-facing parts of the organization. Business development aims to identify growth opportunities through partnerships, cultivating of new relationships, and development of long-term possibilities. In small organizations, these tasks are done by the owner or the founder of the company. But as an organization grows, they often find it beneficial to have more dedicated teams focused on looking beyond the horizon for tomorrow's opportunities. I've heard it said that marketing's job is to get customers to the front door and sales is to get them to the cash register. But business development's job is to build new buildings. Anything that is new or different or undefined, but that will ultimately result in sustainable business is probably within the purview of business development. Let's say that you develop a weight loss application and your business model is selling that app to consumers. Your business development team might be exploring partnerships with healthcare systems that could offer the app to patients, or with restaurants and food companies to get them to make healthy packaged food that aligns with your weight loss program. The idea is to find ways that the app can help other businesses and be helped by those businesses. And the long-term opportunities that business development identifies can go well beyond selling the app to consumers. So why do organizations need business development? Because nearly all the other employees in the organization are focused on driving today's business. They're selling existing products to known prospects, or marketing to known segments, or optimizing products for existing customers. Strategy teams are planning for the future, but in the abstract. Business development provides feet on the street and actually talks with companies to flesh out more creative possibilities. The relationships cultivated by business development are a resource that can be helpful when an organization has a problem or a question or needs to test and flesh out a potential business objective. For example, Yahoo was looking to partner in some tech areas so it could focus its development teams on a few core priorities. They decided to exit Maps to free up a bunch of developers. Yahoo worked a deal with Nokia to give them the Maps technology and team. In exchange, Nokia agreed to make Yahoo their provider for user email and communications. In this case, Yahoo was able to exchange assets they weren't using for increased access to their target market. Win-win. Once the company is ready to make a new partnership part of business as usual, business development steps back and the operational part of the company takes over. The purpose of business development is to look for new ways to broaden the options for the organization. Business development professionals look at each part of the company's value chain to identify new opportunities and give the organization more flexibility. And the way that they find these opportunities is by building relationships and spending time exploring ways to deepen those relationships for mutual benefit. Marketing maps out plans and strategies and creates templates for partnerships. And sales focuses on implementing a proven approach to closing business. But the primary objective of business development is studying ecosystems, building trust, and open communication. With open communication and a little creativity, opportunities arise. Lots of people use business development interchangeably with sales, alliances, and strategic planning. Most often, sales is the one that's confused with business development. This is more frequent when selling is consultative, meaning that the salesperson has to spend a lot of time customizing the pitch and maybe even the product bundle. After all, business development is about undefined and new growth opportunities. And isn't every meeting with a new customer actually about an undefined opportunity? Here's the difference between sales and business development. Even if there is some consultation, the scope of the salesperson's role stays constant. The products, customization, and services they can offer are fixed, and the compensation plan is predefined. For example, Adobe Acrobat, a leading PDF solution, worked deals with most, if not all, of the major PC manufacturers to provide an option to purchase Acrobat when configuring a new PC. Win-win. Adobe gets customers at the point of sale and shares revenue with PC manufacturers who get customers a more complete and configured solution. While there was a known list of potential partners, each relationship would require different terms that went well beyond pricing, like placement of the integration or inbox communications. This type of complexity would be beyond the scope of a typical salesperson. And while business development folks sometimes get a bonus, they're generally not on commissions or quotas because their time horizon is so much broader. What about marketing versus business development? After all, marketers tend to be strategic and future-focused. But marketing is about understanding the markets and bringing that information into the rest of the organization and then defining corporate messages and communicating it back out to the market. Everything done in marketing